Can I tell you a secret? I'll tell you a secret. When you guys were first doing your activities, like when you were like first coming about the scene, I was like a little jealous. I was like, that group's freaking awesome. Like, and I wish that I could, be part of a group like that. And so when you invited me to be part of the collective, I was overjoyed.
When you say you're a spitting image of something, it really means you look just like them. And we chose the name Spitting Image because we feel like we're a reflection of what is happening here and now in this community. The piece I'm writing for Zeitgeist focuses on an area on the border of Minnesota and Canada, which is kind of a gem in the national park system. I'm fascinated by the quiet, but also by the not so quiet. When the lake is frozen over, it comes to life in a different way. It's so quiet, but there is this constant motion, this slipping and shifting of the ice when a temperature changes just so slightly. It makes incredibly unique sounds, but it also has an aesthetic quality that is really unique to the place.
Zeitgeist and all of the artists that we work with, we're where new earth is being created. So that point in the tectonic plates where brand new stuff is coming forth and cooling, and some of it falls back in and some of it doesn't, some becomes islands, but it all provides the foundation upon which we stand in the future. The Spitting Image Collective, they're a whole generation younger than the current members of Zeitgeist. So that's really fun and fascinating to be able to work with that excitement and that artistic place that we think was just yesterday for us, but it's not. So that's an interesting place to find oneself.
They are incredible musicians, top-notch, world-class. They're just... There's really not much in terms of technical challenge that I would be worried about presenting. I'm not gonna, it isn't my goal to write the most difficult music, but it is nice to know, like, when there are folks that are just so good at what they do, that you're going to be able to engage them, at the highest, levels of performance.
I remember being a young composer in college and just kind of learning about the new music scene around the country and locally. And I remember learning about Zeitgeist and thinking, if I ever have the chance to write for that ensemble, that would just be such an honor and such a joy and a privilege. I just returned from a trip to Iceland, and I feel like I'm going to be in an Iceland phase for a while because there were so many great things there and great things to write about. So my Zeitgeist piece is going to be about Katla the Hag and her magic breeches. When you finally bring it to an audience, that's when it comes to life. That's when it's for real. It's not just in your head. It's not just the terrible MIDI version that you're hearing over and over and over again as you're working on it. It's when you see the audience react, whether it's a smile or a tear or even a cringe, if that's what you're looking for. And I feel like there is nothing like that experience of the first time that an audience hears your piece.
It is such a valuable opportunity to work with an ensemble like Zeitgeist, and it's something that doesn't come around every day. So as a composer, it's an enormous opportunity to have your work performed with such care. They really spend a lot of time and put a lot of effort into saying what the composer wants to say and bringing the music across in the most convincing way possible. Having that experience is invaluable in a composer's career simply as an experience, but also in creating a really fantastic piece of art.